Okay, everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report, and I'm your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, I'm sure we all seen the story about Andrew Gillum being caught in a hotel room with a couple of guys. One was a male escort. But anyway, this is typical of Democrats. This is very typical of Democrats. I've been following Democrats a long time, and I know that they are all completely corrupt. And the black Democrats are worst of all. We're in the third generation of these people. Andrew Gillum is the third generation of black Democrats in this country. They're worse than the first two generations. But anyway, we're going to go through the article real fast. I'm going to show you who the male escort was, and then I'm going to show you a clip of Andrew Gillum talking about George Soros and Tom Steyer, billionaires that funded his campaign. Okay, this was today. Update. Police not pursuing criminal charges against Andrew Gillum after he was found in Miami hotel room with bags of crystal meth. This is the Democrat rising star. This was the next Obama. Former Florida Democrat gubernatorial candidate and rising star Andrew Gillum was found in the Miami hotel room early Friday morning along with two other men experiencing a drug overdose. Gillum was too inebriated to speak to paramedics. According to one of the men involved in the party, he entered the hotel room to find Andrew Gillum and the other man under the influence of an unknown substance. Gillum then collapsed on the bed in a prone position before entering the bathroom to vomit. When police were taking statements from the men, Gillum was so drunk that he was unable to speak coherently. I don't think he was drunk. I think he was high on meth. Bags of crystal meth were also found in the Miami hotel room, but police are not pursuing criminal charges. Why are they not pursuing criminal charges? Anybody else would be in jail at this point. At this time, the incident is not being investigated as a criminal matter. Officer Ernesto Rodriguez, a department spokesman, told The Times. Gillum tried to do some damage control on Friday and said in a statement that he had just had a little too much to drink at a wedding last night. I was in Miami last night for a wedding celebration when first responders were called to assist one of my friends, Gillum said in a written statement. While I had too much to drink, I want this to be clear that I have never used methamphetamines. I apologize to the people of Florida for the distraction that this has caused our movement. I am thankful to the incredible Miami Beach EMS team for their efforts, Gillum said. Just think of how close everybody got to putting this piece of trash in the governor's mansion. Here's the escort. I'm going to go to the next story and show you who the escort is. This was the guy they caught in the room with him. Now I'm going to go to the next story really fast and show you who this guy was. National View is now reporting that Travis Dyson, one of the men involved in crystal meth fuel, this is the Gateway Pundit, by the way. Both stories are from the Gateway Pundit, and they were both printed today. National Review is now reporting that Travis Dyson, one of the men involved in the crystal meth fuel party that paramedics responded to in Miami Beach last night, is allegedly a well-known male escort. This is who the next Obama was caught with, okay? Dyson also told the Miami News Times that he was not aware that Gillum was in town for a friend's wedding, contradicting statements from Gillum about the reason being in the area. Mr. Dyson claimed that he had known Gillum for several years. Here he is. Okay, here's this guy. This is who Andrew Gillum was in a hotel room with. Mr. Up-and-Coming Democrat. A darling of the Democratic Party and current CNN contributor, Gillum was expected to defeat Ron DeSantis in 2018 elections for governor of the state of Florida and to quickly ascend to the Oval Office. The Gateway reporter reported the race extensively launched a Truth or Tour campaign to hold Andrew Gillum accountable for his praise of socialism and connection to George Soros. I'm going to show you his connection to George Soros. This is why these people are corrupt. This is what we're not catching on to, people. When you allow your leaders to take money from outside of the community, they, by that very nature, are corrupt. They don't belong to you anymore. And the people who are giving them the money are looking for somebody that's corruptible. And this is what you got. This is why we ended up with this.
You're for Medicare for all. You've talked about getting rid of ICE and some things there. But I'm curious, one of the things, you were supported by two billionaires who came in and helped your campaign, and largely your campaign early on was funded by them, George Soros and Tom Steyer. How do you square sort of a populist, progressive campaign that wants to get big money, you know, among other things, get big money out of politics, get dark money out of politics, and yet it's billionaires that have to prop up your campaign?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm obviously deeply appreciative of Mr. Soros as well as Mr. Steyer, both men whom I've known for some time. But the truth is,
that's Andrew Steyer. Okay, this is why he wound up in a hotel room. This is why he wound up in a hotel room, because he's corruptible. Who would take money from George Soros and then brag about it? Okay, just think about that. This is who your leaders are, people. This is why we're in the position we're in.